Hello, you are course. How are you doing? Russ here from Poker's Corner, and still the biggest gob in sport. Have I got your attention? Yeah, you know I've got your attention. All you license holders, trainers, fighters, managers, promoters. Yeah, I've got your attention now, Anna. You don't know what I'm going to do next, do you? Right. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to roast today. I might not roast anybody, but we'll see. Right. Bricktop, old Dinted. Old Dinted, eh? Do you feel embarrassed, Dinted? You know, after you were holding hands with Turkey and then he just dropped you like a bad habit, eh? You've got to be embarrassed about that, aren't you? When you were in Swingers Club, eh? Oh, brick top there, eh? They sold the souls, didn't they? And then they got booted out. I don't know. It's just one of them things, isn't it, really? What can you do? It's uh it's the sport of boxing, and it's the only sport where we can all be pals on a Monday. And fall out on a Tuesday, innit? You know, it's like the social media with boxing. And I'm not sure it gels, is it really? Because every boxer that's out there, they want to be known as biggest puncher, quickest feet, you know, slippery eel type styles and counter puncher and solid chin. Everybody wants to have everything, don't they? Well, not everybody's an Ali, are they? Or a Ray Leonard. You know, it's a sport full of insecure men and people around them. But here's a question for people. Are dads in boxing terrible for the sons? Are they? Dads always know best, don't they? Answers on a postcard, Pokey Corner, at mail.com. Uh, Super Bean. Super Bean at DAZN, this vibrant new app. But yeah, they've gone backwards and put Super Bean on there. A man in his mid 50s. What is all that about? Where's the next generation of commentators? That's all I'm asking. That's all we want to know. Where's the next generation of commentators and pundits? Puppy Parsons is on the DAZN punditry team, or so that's good, isn't it? Or whatever he's doing, asking questions in crowd, whatever. That's good. He's a young, vibrant kid, isn't he? We need more types like him, don't we? We certainly don't need people like Mr. Bean, who's just going to toe the company line all the time. He's not going to ask any probing questions, are you, Beanie? Uh, I've sent all the email links out for Zoom, and yet again messed about by people. So what can you do if people can't stick to time slots I give them? So we'll give it another try in another month or something. Okay. Uh, Adam Booth. Adam Booth. Is Adam Booth back in the mix? Well, he's got a slice of the heavyweight cake, and now the British title. He's probably got to rematch Jamie JKV with David Adelaide. But for years, we all said, go to Adam Booth. He's the best, the Dark Lord. I don't know why they call him the Dark Lord, but it's obviously a good trainer in Adam Booth. Terry doesn't agree with me. Terry thinks he just talks a good game, but he did well with David A, didn't he? But you know, David A were a world championship silver medalist. He should have really gone to Olympics because them that did well at Olympics, David A would have butchered, wouldn't he? Really, I think so. Look what he did to Audley Harrison. He was gold medalist, wasn't he? So it is what it is. Still no news on Mickey Theo against Big Joe Egan. Big fighting men that don't fight. We just talk about it. Still no news on that. My God. Big Joe with some bed talent roids. And Mick. God, we know about Mick, don't we? Mick's never had roids in his life. So they've not got it together. But Mick put something out on his Instagram last month saying, "Yeah, it's a done deal, signed, sealed, and delivered." So it'd be worst move around to ever move around the move around, wouldn't it? Oh my God. Does Crusher Ben versus Eubank Jr. happen, Porky? Well, Simon, I'm not so sure now because it's not a sellout, is it? Uh, I'm really, really not so sure. I'm going to say no, it doesn't happen. That's what I'm going to say. But we're never gonna get to the bottom of it with this lot, are we? So I'd say no, it doesn't happen. Should Joe Joyce retire, Russell? Don't call me Russell. You didn't go to school with me. Call me Porky or Russ. Uh, yeah, Joe Joyce should retire. He's 14 September. He can't string a sentence together, can he? Could you imagine him ordering some Chinese food out with Fisher's one night? Big Daddy Elmer Fudd and young Elmer. Could you imagine Joe saying, I'll order food, lads? He'd get tongue-tied, wouldn't he? So he seems a nice guy, Joe Joyce. If you want to be cruel about it, he sounds a bit slow, doesn't he? So, but that's because he took blows to head and put himself out there. So I wish Joe Joyce all the best. He comes over as a nice guy. Like David Price comes over as a nice guy, but David Price has got all his faculties, hasn't he? Speaks very clearly, even though he's got 7 losses and every loss were a knockout. I think several of them were drug cheats though, weren't they? So should David Adelaide rematch Jamie TKB Porky? Yeah, he should. I'm an Adelaide fan. I'm glad he got the belt, but he's got to really rematch that lad, hasn't he, and put it all correct, put it all right. I'm not doing the 100 quid competition this month. I'm fed up of answering admin every single day regarding this 100 quid. It's becoming the bane of my existence. There's no in it for me. The 100 quid won't coming out my pocket. It will coming out Gary's. So I told Gary I'm not going to do it this month. So all right, but it is what it is. So if people don't want to come on channel because the 100 quid's not there, don't come on. We're inundated with people who want to come on, but it's mainly for the 100 quid. It's starting to do me head in. So if people want to come on, they'll come on. If they don't, they don't. They shouldn't have to be paid or a chance to get 100 quid. So, all right. So I've sacked that off now. We've got to try different things, haven't we, to get people interested. But they're queuing up to come on now, but a lot of messes about. So, all right. So where we are now. That's about it. Really. Just a quick one. Okie dokie. Spencer Oliver, you should be embarrassed with your arm around Jarrell Miller. Everything you said about drug cheats, and then you've got your arm around around Miller. High fiving him, you little weasel, you little turncoat. Hey, you little turncoat. So that's about it, really. I'm just reading a good book here, a real good book. Yeah, it's about that John Hass. You heard of him? Well, it's some other guy's book about Cocky Watchman or something. But I'm reading this paragraph about John Hass where he tried to do a deal with police. Well, he did do a deal with police. He got 18 years. He got his sentence squashed. He got an 18-year sentence, and after a few months, they squashed it, didn't they? Because he handed a load of guns into the police. I think that's quite a naughty thing to do. Because if they're going to do that, deal up with police while you're in prison. What else are they capable of? So imagine doing that. Person doing that, wanting to deal up with law, give them some goods, and to get buy the sons out of jail. I don't agree with that. It just shows you, doesn't it, what people are capable of. People that you think are staunch, and then it turns out they're not. Do anything like that. Hey, well, okie dokie. So peace out. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Booyaka.